The PlayStation 3 has been one of the most successful gaming consoles of all time and has provided some of the most memorable gaming experiences in history. With its diverse gaming library and cutting-edge technology, the PS3 has been a fan favorite for over a decade. Man, that makes me feel old. As a quick reminder, the rankings are based on a combination of factors, including overall quality, replayability, and impact on the gaming industry. So without further ado, let's dive into the top 15 PS3 games of all time. Starting us off at number 15, we have Little Big Planet, a game that truly stood out on a PS3, not only for its unique gameplay mechanics, but also for its focus on creativity and customization. Players could create their own levels using the game's intuitive level editor and share them with the community, resulting in an endless amount of content to play. The game's charming visuals and catchy soundtrack added to the overall experience, making it a joy to play. Little Big Planet's innovative gameplay mechanics set the bar for future platformers, and its impact on the gaming industry cannot be overstated. It is a game that will always be remembered as one of the best on the PS3, and its success led to the development of sequel and spin-off titles. The game's emphasis on user-generated content and community-driven gameplay was ahead of its time, and paved the way for future games that would follow in its footsteps. Little Big Planet's legacy lives on, and it remains a beloved title among gamers to this day. At number 14, we've got Demon's Souls, a game that truly tests the player's abilities, with each enemy encounter and boss battle requiring careful strategy and precise timing. The game's unforgiving nature can be frustrating at times. Oh yeah, it can. But the sense of accomplishment after finally defeating a difficult boss is unparalleled. The game's world building is also a standout feature, with a rich lore and intricate level design that rewards exploration. The game's unique multiplayer system, which allows players to leave messages and hints for each other, adds to the overall experience and creates a sense of community among players. Demon's Souls had a lasting impact on the gaming industry, inspiring a whole new genre of challenging action RPGs and cementing From Software's reputation as a developer of innovative and challenging games. Its influence can be seen in such games as Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, all of which have been critically acclaimed for their challenging gameplay and immersive worlds. Demon's Souls is a game that will always be remembered as a classic, and its impact on the gaming industry will be felt for years to come. But seriously, how many Souls-like games can we have in one year? Just asking. At number 13, we have Heavy Rain, a psychological thriller by Quantic Dream. This game tells a gripping story through the eyes of 4 playable characters, with decisions made by the player affecting the outcome of the game. The game's stunning visuals and emotionally driven narrative make it a standout title on the PS3. The game's unique gameplay mechanics, which include quick-time events and branching storylines, add to the overall experience and create a sense of immersion that few games can match. Heavy Rain is a game that will stay with players long after they've finished it, with its thought-provoking themes and memorable characters leaving a lasting impression. Its impact on the gaming industry can still be felt today, with many games taking inspiration from its innovative gameplay mechanics and narrative structure. Heavy Rain is a game that truly stands the test of time and is a must-play for any fan of the PS3. Now at number 12, we have Resistance 3. A game that truly immerses players in its world with its stunning visuals and attention to detail, creating a sense of realism that few games can match. The game's gripping storyline, which follows Joseph Capelli as he fights to save humanity from alien invasion, is filled with memorable characters and emotional moments that will stay with players long after they've put the game down. The game's unique weapons and abilities add to the overall experience, with players able to customize their loadouts to suit their playstyle. Resistance 3's multiplayer is a major draw for fans, with fast-paced action and unique gameplay mechanics keeping players coming back for more. The game's co-op mode, which allows players to team up and take on waves of enemies, is particularly enjoyable and adds to the game's replayability. Overall, Resistance 3 is a standout title on the PS3 and a must-play for fans of the first-person shooter genre. Its immersive world, gripping storyline, and unique gameplay mechanics make it a game that will be remembered for years to come. At number 11, we have Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch, a game that truly immerses players with its stunning visuals and attention to detail that create a sense of wonder and magic few games can match. The game's story, which was co-written by Studio Ghibli's Yoshiyuki Momose, is heartwarming and emotional with themes of love, loss, and friendship woven throughout. Players can take on the role of Oliver, a young boy who sets out on a journey to save his mother from a mysterious illness. Along the way, he meets a cast of memorable characters, including a fairy named Drippy, who serves as his guide. The game's real-time combat system is fast-paced and engaging, with players able to switch between party members and use a variety of spells and abilities to defeat enemies. The game's creature collection mechanics, which are similar to those found in the Pokemon series, add to the overall experience and give players a sense of accomplishment as they collect and train new familiars. Wrath of the White Witch is a game that will stay with players long after they've finished, with its charming characters, beautiful world, and emotional story leaving a lasting impression. A must-play for any fan of the RPG genre and a standout title on the PS3. Now, at number 10, we have Uncharted Among Thieves, a game that set the bar for future action-adventure titles and has a multiplayer mode that was a major draw for fans. The game's stunning visuals, engaging storyline, and innovative gameplay mechanics made it a standout title on the PS3. Its multiplayer mode, which allowed players to team up and take on enemies, was particularly enjoyable and added to the replayability. The game's success led to the development of a sequel, Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception, which was also critically acclaimed for its stunning visuals and engaging gameplay. Among Thieves remains a beloved title to this day, and its impact on the gaming industry cannot be overstated. Its influence can be seen in many modern action-adventure games, and it has inspired a new generation of developers to create immersive and engaging gaming experiences. The game's legacy will continue to live on, and it will always be remembered as one of the best titles on the PS3. At number 9, we have Metal Gear Solid: Guns of the Patriots, a game that demands skill and patience, but its satisfying gameplay and emotional narrative make it a standout title. The game's stealth mechanics and cover-based shooting require careful planning and execution, with players needing to use their wits and reflexes to overcome challenging enemies and obstacles. The game's story, which follows Solid Snake as he battles against his nemesis Liquid Ocelot, is filled with twists and turns that will keep players on the edge of their seats. The game's stunning visuals and epic set pieces add to the overall experience, making it a must-play title for any fan of the Metal Gear Solid series or the stealth action genre. Guns of the Patriots is a game that will stay with players long after they've finished it, with its emotional story and memorable characters leaving a lasting impression. It's a true masterpiece of gaming and a standout title for the PS3. At number 8, we have Fallout 3. The post-apocalyptic world of Fallout 3 is filled with danger and adventure, with players encountering a variety of mutated creatures and hostile factions as they explore the wasteland. The game's deep lore and intricate world building create a sense of immersion that few games can match, with players able to uncover secrets of the world through exploration and interaction with non-playable characters, or NPCs. The game's RPG mechanics, which include character customization and branching dialogue options, allow players to shape their own story and create a unique experience to them. The game's first-person shooter gameplay, which includes a variety of weapons and combat styles, adds to the overall experience and creates a sense of intensity and excitement. Fallout 3 is a game that is a true masterpiece of gaming and a standout title on the PS3. Alright, now we're midway through, and I know there are probably other games that you'd put on here, so go ahead and sound off in the comments on anything that you thought was missed, or that, maybe shouldn't have been on the list. I know a lot of my favorites really did miss this one, but it's what happens when you start learning about the digital era. There were a lot of good things on the PlayStation Network during the PS3 era. And if you're enjoying the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Now, let's get back to the list. Coming in at number 7, Red Dead Redemption is a game that truly immerses players in its world, with its stunning visuals and attention to detail creating a sense of realism that few games can match. The game's gripping narrative, which explores themes of redemption and consequences of one's actions, is filled with memorable characters and emotional moments that will stay with players long after they've turned off the console. The game's open world design allows for a sense of freedom and exploration, with players able to take on side quests and discover hidden secrets throughout the game's vast world. Its mix of third person shooter mechanics and RPG elements, including a morality system that affects the game's ending, make it a standout title on the PS3 and a must play for any fan of the Western genre or of open world games. Red Dead Redemption's impact on the gaming industry cannot be overstated, and its legacy will continue to live on for years to come. At number 6, we got Batman Arkham City, a game that demands skill, strategy, and a healthy dose of liking punching people in the face. With a variety of enemy types and gadgets to master, its stunning visuals and immersive world make it a standout title on the PS3. The game's open-world design allows for a sense of freedom and exploration, with players taking on side quests to discover hidden secrets throughout the game's vast world. The game's combat system is fluid and satisfying. Oh, so satisfying. With players able to chain together combos and use a variety of gadgets to take down enemies, or just their fists. The game's story, which follows Batman as he navigates the criminal underworld of Gotham City, is filled with memorable characters and emotional moments that will stay with the players long after they finish the game. Arkham City is a true masterpiece of gaming and a must-play for any fan of the Batman franchise or action-adventure games. At number 5, we have The Last of Us, a game that truly immerses players in its world, with stunning visuals and attention to detail that create a sense of realism that, well, few games can match. The game's emotional storytelling and memorable characters make it a standout title on the PS3, with players forming deep connection with Joel and Ellie as they navigate the dangers of the post-apocalyptic world. The game's innovative gameplay mechanics, which include a crafting system and stealth mechanics, add to the overall experience and create a sense of tension and excitement. The Last of Us is a game that will stay with players a long time after they're done with its thought-provoking themes and emotional moments leaving a lasting impression. It's a true masterpiece of gaming and a must-play for any fan of the survival horror genre. Now at number 4, we have BioShock Infinite. And its story is a true masterpiece of gaming that explores complex themes such as American exceptionalism, racism, and the dangers of unchecked power. The game's characters, especially Elizabeth, are some of the most memorable in gaming history, with their intricate motivations and relationships adding to the overall experience. The game's unforgettable moments, including its mind-bending ending, will stay with players long after they finish the game. The game's stunning visuals and immersive world building also add to the overall experience, creating a sense of awe and wonder that few games can match. BioShock Infinite is a true work of art and a testament to the power of storytelling in gaming, making it a must-play for any fans of the FPS genre or anyone who appreciates a well-crafted narrative. It's a game that challenges players to think deeply about the world around them and the consequences of their actions, and is a shining example of what a video game can achieve as a storytelling medium. BioShock Infinite is a game that will be remembered for years to come, and its impact on the gaming industry, well, it cannot be overstated. Now, breaking into the top 3 is Journey, an indie game by That Game Company. This game is known for its breathtaking visuals and emotional storytelling, with the players taking on the role of a robed figure traveling through a vast desert. Journey is a game that demands exploration and discovery with hidden secrets and unique multiplayer mechanics that allow players to interact in ways they never thought possible. Its innovative gameplay and unforgettable experience make it a standout title on the PS3, and it has won numerous awards for its art direction, music, and gameplay. The game's minimalist approach to storytelling and its ability to evoke strong emotions in players without the use of dialogue or text is a statement to its design and execution, and the ability and talent of those behind it. Journey is a game that transcends the medium of video games and is a true work of art. A must-play for any fan of the PS3, and a game that will stay with you very long after you've finished it. A game that all these years later, I still remember, and it's some powerful stuff. Now, the complete opposite of that is number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. A game that truly immerses players in the world with stunning visuals, attention to detail, with a sense of realism and crime and grit and just the stuff that you want. And they're going to give it to you. Yes, I know how bad that sounded. I tried to go somewhere with it and it didn't work. We're moving on. The game's storyline, which follows the lives of 3 different protagonists as they navigate the criminal underworld of Los Santos, is filled with memorable characters and exciting moments that will keep players engaged for hours on end. The game's open-world design allows for a sense of freedom and exploration, with players able to take on side missions and discover hidden secrets throughout the game's vast world. Its multiplayer mode, Grand Theft Auto Online, is also a major draw for fans, with its fast-paced action and unique gameplay mechanics keeping players coming back for more and more and more shark cards. Because that's what's kept Rockstar afloat, is them shark cards. This game's success has led to the development of the sequel, Grand Theft Auto 6, which is the most highly anticipated game by fans of the series and fans of gaming in general in many years, and broke the internet when it was announced, and will break the internet when it actually comes out. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5, however, is a true masterpiece of gaming, and a standout title on the PS3 will always be remembered as one of the greatest games of all time, not just in the PS3 and 360 era, but of all time. Now, when we're talking about games that are the greatest of all time, you know we got to be talking about our number 1. And if you've been paying attention to games, then you know what has to be number 1 in this scenario. There's only one game it can be, and that is Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Skyrim's impact on the gaming industry cannot be overstated. The game's open-world design, immersive gameplay, and stunning visuals set a new standard for RPGs and open-world games. Its success has led to the development of the sequel, Elder Scrolls VI, which is also highly anticipated by fans of the series. The game's modding community is one of the most active and dedicated in gaming, with players able to create and share their own content to enhance the game's already vast world. Skyrim's legacy will continue to live on for years to come, and it will always be remembered as a true masterpiece of gaming and a standout title on the PS3. Its influence can be seen in many modern games, and it has inspired a new generation of developers to create immersive and engaging gaming experiences. Skyrim is a game that will always hold a special place in the hearts of gamers, and its impact on the gaming industry will be felt for years to come. All right, that's it. And, truthfully, number 1 and 2 could easily be switched back and forth. But is that what you expected? Did you expect Skyrim at the top? Let me know down in the comments. And I hope that this list brought back some fond memories for some of you, or introduced games maybe you weren't aware of if you've never really been through the PS3 era of games. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Azure Tony. Today, we definitely found some fun in gaming, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves too. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I'll catch you next time. Arigatou gozaimasu.